Lisa, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive in today's video. I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this Hispanic or Latino man is all out to call out his own to actually leave black women alone. Like, he went ahead to talk about how it is actually time to leave black women alone so that they can actually focus more on themselves. I'm just going to roll his clip and some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
I find it hilarious that when black women tell y'all that they're tired and that they will no longer be fighting your battles, that the response from so many of you is the gaslighting outrage, in where you heard them say that they are moving forward anti everything other than black. Because that's not what the fuck they said. What they said was, we are tired of carrying the emotions of others. We are tired of the laborious task of teaching and educating others about racism, about prejudice and bigotry, macroaggressions, microaggressions. We are tired. They said, we are tired of being asked to support other movements and other communities just to be left carrying the movement that we didn't start. And y'all who heard this are mad, upset, offended. Bitch, the Walmart free bin audacity that y'all have. According to the data, according to the numbers, right? Black women were the leading demographic in this election. The leading demographic in making sure that our country did not fall into the hands of someone that will set us back hundreds of years. Black women who are at the front of almost every single disenfranchised, disproportionate policy that affects a community. They literally, when it comes to reproductive rights, and we talk about birthing mortality rates, black women are at the top of the list. When we talk about certain illnesses and cancers and receiving equitable health care or not receiving equitable health care, black women are at the top of the list. When we talk about protections being heard, when we talk about job security, elevations, promotions that are not being given, black women usually 9 times out of 10 top of the list, right? But in every single solitary social civil movement, black women show up and carry the burden and the bulk of said movement. And they said to y'all, we're tired. We're not doing it anymore. We done told you what the fuck y'all need to know. You don't listen. And so we're going to go back into our community and do the work we need to do for us. And whatever movements you have, whatever fights you need to fight, y'all can do that on your own. They never said that they were anti-you. They never said that they didn't support you fighting for your rights to exist in the communities you belong to. They just said, we're not going to let you fool us again into making us the backbone of your movement. When the reciprocation of that support, the reciprocation of that fight is never fucking returned. That's what they said. And I'm also not gonna let you motherfuckers get on this application and come for black men. I don't give a fuck what somebody told you. The data shows us that black men showed the fuck up and showed the fuck out in this election. Black men and black women were the top two demographics of people voting for true change, voting for equity, but voting for human decency in this motherfucker. And I'm not gonna let y'all sit there and then tell you and let you tell anybody that black men did not show up in this election, because they did. The last percentage that I saw was a whopping 81% Now, could it have been more? Black men, could we have done better? Absolutely. But black men showed up in this election. And I'm tired of you motherfuckers spread misinformation about anything other than what the fuck happened. Boy, what you heard versus what I said is like, that struggle is real amongst so many people. Black women, find you some peace, okay? Get you some rest, okay? Get you a good cocktail. If you don't drink liquor, get you some good lemonade. Get you a little snack, a little pizza, a salad, or whatever it is you want. Just find you some peace and protection. Just because you deserve it. You fucking deserve it.
And another thing, white women showed us who they were in 2016. A lot of people didn't believe them. I did, but I tried to be hopeful with y'all. But let me tell you, don't try to organize no goddamn marches. We ain't coming.
I stood with y'all, don't turn your back on us. This comment was left on a black woman's video. And until white women unlearn this individualism and put in the work in their community with other white women, until white women learn to prioritize their identity as women over their identity as white, no woman of the global majority, much less black American women, need you standing with them like dead weight. When she said that white women have repeatedly shown us who they are, she's not just talking about how they voted in 2024, or how they voted in 2020, or how they voted in 2016. Let's talk about voting rights themselves. How many of you think of the passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920 as being when women got the right to vote? But it wasn't. It wasn't until the 1960s that the Black Civil Rights Movement won the right to vote for all citizens. Please take a moment to deconstruct your comment, because what it shows is that your allyship has been performative and transactional. Whether you admit it or not, the reason why you have stood with black women is because you expected something in return. And right now, black women have every right to be pissed at all of us who come from communities that either voted in the majority for Trump or where there was an increase in votership for Trump. Now, first of all we should ever see of black women is their backs, because all we should be doing is following their lead. But right now, they have every right to tell us, do not follow us. We do not need or want you hanging on. Something that I've thought a lot about this week is that a majority of Asian American voters voted for Harris. However, there was an increase in Asian American support for Trump. And a majority of my followers are black. If every single one of them were to decide to unfollow me because they have decided to divest from all other communities and to invest their time, energy, and money in their community only, that would be completely justified. And it would not matter what I as an individual have done. And if that were to happen, I would continue to work just as hard to spread the same messaging that I do, because the work that I do is not something to be performed for black people, and the motivation is not because I think it is helpful to black people. I do what I do because it is what is right for humanity. Now, I am not saying that I am always right, but I am saying that is always the guiding principle. So until you learn to stand on your own 2 feet and face your community and do the work that is necessary among white women, you do not have the right to ask, much less demand, anything of black women.
No, thank you. No, you look like you're a really sweet girl. And I watched the video. I tried to stitch this. My stitch, I don't know, TikTok wouldn't upload it, so I had to do it this way. This works just as fine. It's just as effective. You look like a really sweet girl, but no, thank you. No, we will not. No. Absolutely not. Hell no. We don't have the mental and emotional capacity to take anyone else in, because that is what we have been expected to do. That is what we have done for decades, for centuries. We have nurtured and nursed America since its birth, all while simultaneously being the most undervalued, underrepresented, unloved, unseen, unheard, disregarded, neglected species on this planet. We have consistently set our pain aside to open our arms and allow everybody else to pour theirs onto us. We do not have it. Yesterday, many of us cycled through 6 of the 7 stages of grief in one day. We are still cycling through those stages. It's going to take a little bit for us to get to the acceptance stage. And we'll talk about radical acceptance and how you can find meaning, value, and purpose, and how you can be okay with things that you're not okay with later. We are not talking about that today. What I am saying today is no ma'am and no thank you. No. We consistently show up and stand on the front lines for this country, for a country that does not see us, for a country that does not value us, for a country that does not love us. And here we are, expected to do it again. The song that was chosen was Let It All Work Out. Let it work out. Black women, no. No, and I know what a lot of y'all is thinking. You know, a lot of us are angry, and after our anger settles, then it'll be like, oh, well, you know, people need us. And they might. But we need us. We need to show up for us. We are done. We are done putting everybody else before us, because honestly, it's a trauma response. Because we know what it feels to be left out there hanging to dry. And we don't want anybody else to feel that way. Not on our watch. Let it happen. Let it happen. You got to sit in your discomfort. Let them sit with it. Let them figure it out. We are done holding hands. We are done nursing. We are done nurturing them, everybody else. And again, this is to black women, not women of color, because women of color, y'all show us time and time again how y'all feel about black women. We are not the same. Black women, we are going to put our feet up. We are going to take our rest for however many days, months we decide to take our rest. And when we feel rejuvenated enough, we will adjust our crowns and we will do what we do best, but we are going to do it for ourselves. We are no longer allowed to pour into anyone else when our cups are empty. All these white people on here creating content, and I seen it, and they talking about they allies and all of this. Let us sit back and let them go be allies. Let somebody show us that we can trust them. Let somebody take us in. But we will not be the people that everybody expects us to be. No. No. No, thank you. And we not changing our character for nobody else. And we never giving nobody else that power. We're going to redirect our energy. I love you, black woman. I love black women. I love being a black woman. We are the blueprint. But we going to see if people just on here for likes and views, or if they really want to stand on business and be about action. But what we not doing is this. Have a good day, queens. Be well, beloved.
20th. So for all of you out there that are mad at all the black creators that are saying that now they're going to go get a Starbucks, you need to stop. Okay, your privilege is showing and you need to stop. The black creators now have to worry about their own safety. and the safety of their families and their communities. And they told you. So cut it out. And next time, use your critical thinking skills, put on that thinking hat, be aware of signals.
Why is a white woman telling Arab and Muslims and Palestinians how they should feel about their, their people getting in the thousands? Like, did you lose touch reality? And I wish I could tag her. She has me blocked. Did she miss that her demographic is the one that elected Trump? Like, are we living the same life? But watch it.
We had the perfect candidate for white people, like the white person's perfect candidate. I'm just going to be straight. Former cop, Christian, straight and married, middle class, went to public university for grad school, believes in working families and families, believes in the union, believes in guns, supports the Second Amendment, loves the Constitution, super patriotic, thinks that the government should stay out of our business, believes in that whole privacy thing. Literally the absolute perfect candidate.
She is the perfect candidate for white people, but not for the reason that she mentioned. Although, these reasons were problematic, but she's the perfect candidate for you, so you can absolve yourself from what you have been doing for Native Americans and Black Americans in this continent, for the past centuries. But hey, let's blame Arab and Muslims and Palestinians for not electing the perfect candidate for your demographics. I'm seeing crazy stuff on this app. Crazy stuff. And who said that we are mad about people getting Starbucks and McDonald's? One thing, that they never boycotted in the first place. Second thing, it shows their true colors, especially to us from the global south. For me, someone who grew up in the Middle East as a North African myself, I'm actually glad that this is happening, because I have been saying people from the global south should observe what Americans have behaving, because now they're turning against the Palestinians. They were turned against every single issue in the global south. This has been my belief since October of last year, because Americans at some point will choose themselves over others. It's how Americans behave. They are self-centered and they think they are the main character because Hollywood made them think this way. And even if they come from marginalized groups, at the end of the day, they are still Americans.
Help me! Help me!
I'm trying to find out how much them condos are gonna run, because I know they're gonna be pretty over there in Gaza.
Because here is one thing, America will not be able to do what they are doing to other countries without having some the same attitude seep into the society. And even if the society believe that they are good people, because this is how Americans feel about themselves, because their politicians keep saying to them, we are the best, and then turn around and do the most horrible thing to other people in the global south. The inner beliefs will not change, because it will need long processes of unlearning. And this is why we have been seeing people celebrating annihilation of other groups, because these inner tendencies have always been there. They just found the right opportunity to come out. So for the other people who are celebrating fascism, I'm saying keep going. We're rooting for you. You're just proving to us in the global south that we are right about you.
Attention to all Trump supporters, and even the ones that need a dunce cap on their head. I told you so. And many people that's like me, we told you so. So what's the difference? You guys are coming now on the app and telling all the stuff about Donald Trump, but before you was talking so bad about Kamala Harris. To me, you guys made it personal and listened to his gossip and his rumors. And trust me, he could be laughing right now, because guess what? You guys made a criminal, a person who was convicted. Even if they drop all these charges against him, it doesn't matter. He's still convicted in anybody's eyes, okay? At the end of the day, you allow a person to come in there to make money for his friends, okay? This is the same thing from history time. You guys never paddled back to the last time he was president and how his friends were making so much money in the stock. Meanwhile, people were going into financial crisis. Okay. And then all of a sudden we end up going into inflation with all the prices going gouging and everything like that. But you guys said that Trump gave us money. You guys are dependent on those little bitty Trump checks that was signed from your local government. Okay. From the state that you was in. Okay. And it didn't have Trump's name or logo on it. It had United States of America. That's for the people and by the people. And you was listening to some of these celebrities, okay, where their lifestyle is kind of what? One who have a tattoo on her forehead, if anybody could take her seriously. Rumors had it that they want her to be the secretary of teaching. What's she going to teach everybody to be? A thought? Come on. Even if that situation is true or not, at the end of the day, you had Kid Rock using every type of slur that you could possibly think of when he was talking bad about a potential black woman. Then you have black people in the comments talking about, oh, she's not black, and don't even know anything about Jamaica and know what Jamaica look like. I mean, like, you guys, and you made her look like she was a second class citizen when she was born here. So imagine what you say to people who had parents that was immigrants and once then became documented citizens, but they were descent and they were born here in this country. You know, you guys showed your true colors of how you did not want to be around black spaces, and it wasn't like we was pushing ourselves or inviting ourselves to your cookout. So now Elon Musk and Donald Trump will be rolling in the bank because guess what? They're doing a new cryptocurrency. They joining with Japan, but you know what? It's going to end up screwing our economy. They don't care about. They never did care about y'all. Y'all was saying that Biden was Sleepy Joe Biden. He was Suicide Squad, Genocide Biden, all that stuff. But you didn't know that all of these plans was orchestrated from Trump's administration previously before that. And guess what? Trump is still trying to have Netanyahu take over Palestine. He's still going to turn it into a one land and kicking everybody out, even if he have to destroy them. Okay, you should have saw when they had the meeting. Right after the press, when he had that big speech, and United States allowed that to happen. Okay, having a foreigner to basically take over and telling us what to do. And then guess what? All our money went to this war alongside with the Ukraine. But all of this stuff was orchestrated. Okay, during his Trump administration, and Biden had to turn around and take the L and had to deal with it. Okay, neither one of them is perfect. They all played the game. Okay, and you guys fell for it. People in New York know Trump. Did you guys see his documentary story? Even though it can be the dramatized, could be fictional stuff. He tried to take his father's trust fund so he can take his business. And now I see why him and his mother never got along. Because she knew him. She knew how sneaky and deceptive he was. She even wrote a book about him, and it was not nice. She even said that the day her son becomes president, the whole world is going to be screwed. And y'all never listen. Okay? Then now all of a sudden you guys are bringing up allegations about his past life, things that he did. But with Kamala Harris, you guys tried to nail her against the wall. You understand? So my thing is, stop coming on this app and trying to explain what Trump is doing and the negative fact finding and all that stuff. You guys should have known it. And I don't care what anybody said. He rigged this rig. Okay? He had Elon Musk next to him, a person that specialized in technology. Now he also had somebody, but come behind the scenes, they had somebody else. That goes to show that Elon Musk does not design these things. He just pays people to do it. He just knows how to have the right connected towards people. Elon Musk is a foreigner. Okay, we don't even know if he has his legal papers to be here. It's ironic how they're trying to do mass deportation on immigrants. Okay, but he is there in the White House, and usually people who are not from the United States or citizens of the United States should not be in the White House. Okay, and remember, Trump is friends with Putin, and he's also friends with that Japanese prime minister or leader. Okay, when Kamala was saying that, she said we saw valid text messages that you was going back and forth for investing in microchips. And you know, Nancy Pelosi, she should be in jail because she was flying out just so that she could specialize and look at her chips. All these senators, Gregory Abbott from Texas, when you guys had the hurricane and you guys were yelling at Biden for shelling out money, your governor went overseas and was sitting there having deals with the Japanese leader. And people were showing pictures of that. You have, all of a sudden, the attorney general wants to step down because of the situation with him and Trump. Because he know that Trump had lied. Okay? But they're going to squash that situation. And the man was smart enough to resign. The first thing you see, and a lot of times, you see, there was a comedian that said that anytime when they trying to do trickery, they give you a step up to know what's going on first. They always do. And even if they put it in jokes, memes, and subs, they always do. And then when it's done, you guys don't hit the reality and think and read between the lines. That's why I said some of y'all are not book smart nor street smart. And this is for the Trump supporters. Y'all need a dunks cap on your head because guess what? There is more ha-ha to come. It just started. It just started. So you have a foreigner that's running the government and dealing with efficiency government. Okay? And he was showing signs to you on his Twitter page. Okay, we don't even know he has papers here, so that means he can look into anybody's business, social security, all of that stuff. And then he's wanted to control space and all the electronic stuff and want to control that and dominate. So that means certain kind of foreign cars can't come here, and we just have to deal with his crappy car Tesla, which I feel sometimes when you go in the car you feel like everything's made out of plastic. Okay, and he paying an arm and a leg for these cars so much that you could turn around and purchase yourself a home. Then you turn around, you have another one who has conspiracies about the food and the drugs and the everything when he himself was blacklisted on every social media page. And then I don't even think his own family want to deal with him. And then every time he talks, I swear to God that I feel like he's about to keel over. And that his name is Kennedy. And you know from history, they don't want no more Kennedys coming to the house. The last one, he was a senator. And he did a lot of things. Matter of fact, he stopped when they were doing vaccinations against minority people and come to find out they were infected with syphilis. And he stopped that project, and that project was over 30 to 45 years. That was the only, and the Kennedys have done multiple things for this country, okay? But this one over here, I don't really trust him, because how he went from doing Republican, then he ended up becoming a liberal. And you know what Malcolm X said about liberals. Okay, imagine speeches that Dr. Martin King and even with Malcolm X, especially Malcolm X, have said, and this was over 40 to 60 years, and these things are starting to come back because you guys don't pay attention. You're too busy worrying about, you don't remove the spectacles out of your eyes. You're too blind and so into confusing and dealing with all kinds of distraction, because this is what the media does. They will paint a deception and a wall. Then meanwhile, that's how the perpetrators and the rich people and the greedy people start turning around and doing facetious things. They are criminals. It's called criminal minds. And that's what it is. And you put a criminal mind, a masterminder, in the White House. So don't come and sit in no chair and talk about, oh, they were never about us. They were never with us. They were not like us. And they will never be. Attention to all Trump's.
Like, seriously, lovelies, just come to think of it. Like, a lot of people are actually been reacting to the percentage of the votes and the people who actually turned out to vote for, let's say the right side. Okay. It's like, it's actually so, like, it's so surprising that these same people who came out en masse to support, for the betterment of everyone, not only themselves, for the betterment of the entire POC people, not only themselves. But the thing is that these people keep on getting disappointment upon disappointment. Like, they keep on getting disappointment from the people that they think that they are even helping, or the people that they feel that they want to. Like, how is it possible that it was only people that looks like me that had 92%? 92%. What does that actually make you, like, what, like, is just giving these people actually want the best. These people know what they are doing. These people are selfless. These people want people to grow, want people to be included, want people, like, it's so disappointing that these same people, like, this election actually proves something. It shows that what people that looks like me have been saying, have been complaining about, have been, you know, sometimes when people that look like me comes out to spew about their personal experience with maybe pan-colored people or POC people, a lot of people often leave commentaries talking about how, you know, black people and their victim mentality, like they want to be oppressed, like they love oppression, like making it look as if like the microaggression that comes with it, you know. Sometimes you doubt yourself, maybe this person is just, taking things too far, this is not the way it is. But this election showed everything. It showed that all of the complaint, all of the things that people that looks like me have been talking about are all true, are all true. The way at which, this election and everything that comes with it, and and the aftermath is just so surprised, because I can actually remember vividly well. I do most of these stitches, so sometimes I see people stitch. A lot of pan-colored people, even some, pan-colored women, all out, like, okay, this time around we want to prove people that look like black people, want to prove them wrong. We want to tell them that, okay, we understand where you guys are coming from, we understand what you guys mean, like our eyes are finally clear. Like, things have been happening even before this. And the thing is that all of their policies are there. Like, people see and they read all of the policies. Is it that it's only black people that read the policies and understood the policies? Isn't it was only black people that read it and understood? Because I'm just surprised to see a lot of questions and people getting confused to the meaning of things. Let's take, for instance, the Obama and the Obamacare and the Affordable Care. I'm just hearing for the first time that people were like, "Oh, we don't know that the Affordable Care has the same policy with Obamacare." Oh, I could have voted right. What do I do? How do I vote? Like, is it that it is only black people that have this education? Like, they understood all of the policy. Let me use that word. It is that it's only black people that understood it. Other people were just trying to vote out of maybe they just want to vote to still remain in power. They just want their supremacy to still remain. But black people decided to make research, to read, and actually, understand all of the policies and how it might benefit and not benefit others. Because with the Obamacare and the way at which it's trending, like they don't know what happened, or we don't know that Obamacare is the same thing as affordable care. If you voted for red, you took away my health, whatsoever, and all of that. And I'm just confused by all of the confusion. Like, they don't know all of this before the election. They don't know all of this before the election. They don't know about the Obamacare and this. Now, I'm seeing so many of tariff. A lot of people are beginning to search what tariff is all about. Like, seriously, lovelies, think I'm going to, put the stitches here. A lot of pan-color people are out there, searching and checking what tariff is. Why didn't you make all of those research since? Why didn't you make all of this research since? Or you're just trying to vote based on race and cis? And anytime, anything that has to do with race comes up, a lot of pan-color people often say that, oh, we don't see color, we don't see race. The society don't see color. But it is just given that they don't care about the policy. They don't care about knowing what they're into or what they want to get themselves into. The only thing that they care is that they do not want a colored person to be the president. Like, this is just what it's given. The election is given. We don't care about any policy that this other person brings. Since this person is like me, this person, without even you realizing that this said person don't actually care about you. Because I don't see why so many pan-color people coming out to cry, oh my God, can we change our votes? Can we do this? What did we do? We don't know about the tariff, They don't know about the tariff. That means people that looks like me actually took out their time to investigate, to research, to know more about this policy and this other policy before getting themselves, or before leaving a conclusion of whom to vote and whom not to vote. Like, seriously. That means it's only the people that is not educated. Like, this is not people, like, the way it is, ghettos and all of that. 92%. That is why when I heard about the Black Project 2025, I said to myself that if 92% can do it, that means Black Project 2025 is a dream come true. It's something that is achievable. It might actually take a while. It might take time. There must be obstacles. That is definitely. But if 92% can do something, I think this project 2025 will be of a success. Because that time at which people that looks like me, that time that they want to use to as their time of resting era, baby girl era, like minding their business era, I think is actually a very perfect time to channel all of the energy they have been using to fight for people that don't care about them. That energy they have been using to advocate, using their platform, doing anything. They should channel the energy in making Black Project 2025 to come to a reality. If they can do that, if 92% can do that, that means this project, Black Project 2025, is something that is going to be massive. Because we just pray, I keep on praying that, when a government changes and is trying to go to the other government, it has some ups and downs, and later on equation balances and things begin to you know to go to a certain level that everyone finally becomes comfortable. I just pray this is what is going to happen. I just pray that at the end of the day, at the long run, everyone is just going to be okay. It's going to be comfortable. You know, if in transition, the transition is just, I think it's the transition that's making everything so hot, hot, hot. But what I don't understand is the fact that people are beginning to Google what is tariff and all of that. I just saw a stitch and it has been popping all on my For You page. I'm going to put it up here. And I keep asking myself, was it that it was only people that looks like me that did their research before they voted, for whom they voted? So why are all these people now coming out to ask what is tariff, what is Obamacare, and other things that they've been asking Google? It's just so disappointing that the same people that are oppressed, are still the same people that still find, strength to put other people up, even if these people keep on suppressing them. They keep on suppressing. I wouldn't even blame anyone for just minding their business. But the problem is that when these people decide to mind their business, they'll still be called out. Oh my God, the people do not support us. Oh my God, oh my God. But just take, for instance, what really happened in Pal. Pal people. They decided that they were going to introduce what they call abandon Harris. Like, we are abandoning somebody, or we are not even 100% sure, but for black people to say that, okay, let's just go for this lesser evil, that means they know what they're saying. That means this person might actually end what is happening over there. But you guys chose, oh no, you guys, like, the worst part is that they even ended up calling people that look like me that they are the colonizers. I saw, like, with all of these elections, and now these same people that you guys told to mind their business, you are not welcomed in their community because they chose to vote for a woman that they feel that might help you and them. They decided that, okay, since you guys do not want us, you don't want our help or whatsoever, we are going to just start enjoying what we were depriving ourselves from enjoying, all because we just want to dance to your tunes, we want to help and all of that. And now you guys are calling them out. Like, oh my goodness, what do you people want? Seriously, I think, like, people that look like me, black women most especially, they need to be left alone. Why I keep on emphasizing the black? Because they are the, like, if you want to see a definition of a mother, look towards a black woman. Like, seriously, their support, their energy, their everything is just something that, black men on the other hands are doing a great job as well. Because I can't even believe that I was thinking that, black men, sometimes they have this small misunderstanding with black women and all of that. I don't even know that, oh my God, they can pull out like that. I was super, super impressed. Like just like the Latino man said, they should just leave black women alone. Let them rest. Let them focus and put more of their energy in projects, Black Project 2025. I think that energy that have been given to some people, so many people that don't appreciate it, it should be given to the Black Project 2025, which I think I put the video up before this, or this video before that. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. If you have not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like this video. There's a woman that said I should go and get a microphone. I got a microphone, so thank you for reminding me. And I will see you lovelies when I upload. I've watched up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So leave me your own thoughts, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.